Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age, here on Dork Tales. I am your storyteller, Kelly. You see him, and folks, we are back with another episode as we delve deeper into the whatever is going on the train. I'm sure that it's totally normal and that we have nothing to worry about, right? Isn't that right, players? That's a lot of silence. Wow, I don't think I deserved that, but okay.
I don't know. Okay, admittedly, I had just noticed that my low light compensation was back on again, and my shirt was like blindingly white on the screen. So I was fixing that.
And I was looking at. I was also looking at I'm like super high on. I'm like my hair is touching the top of the thing, so I was like, oh shit. So I was.
Right,
also was like, we hadn't done intros yet, so I was like, we usually intro and then talk.
We usually do intro. That's correct. Okay,
It's funny you saying that about like your hair being so high up reminded me of a line in a scene from a book by Mercedes Lackey about they're talking about how this one priest when she was young and sitting for a portrait was like, drawn up, my child, you must look drawn up as if by their hair. Was the line, and it was quite funny.
All right, so we'll tell you what, let's just take it from the top again because I love doing things twice. It's my favorite thing. I do it nice. That's why I'm doing both of you tonight. Anyway. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age here on Dork Tales. I hope you are all doing well tonight. I'm your storyteller, Kelly. You seeing him? And I'm an Aquarius, and I'm about to wreck these ladies' lives tonight. Tonight is a special two-person game here on Dork Tales because the party has split. And then I split it again, and then I split it again, and again, and again. Well, no, I only split it like twice. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to this, and I look forward to a very special episode tonight where we get to delve really deep into some of the character stuff tonight. But I should probably tell you about who those characters are. Why don't we go ahead and meet them right now, starting with Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I play Dr. Evelyn Taylor, our Society of Ether mad scientist.
Phantasmagorical. Down beneath you, we've got Robin.
Hi, yes, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Darcie Harkness, our Verbena Irish witch, who usually uses she, her pronouns. And a very important question that I have to ask when we get there, is Bran with me? I'm very concerned about... Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I didn't... Yep. Okay. Good.
All right, so folks.
Right, whoa, one sec before we get going. Fuck you, Jen.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Jen
right.
Just...
Fuck you, Jen.
He doesn't need help. He's got paradox.
I've got paradox, and so do you, folks. So I'm going to give you guys your paradox and let you monitor it. Since I realized I stopped doing that back when we were in the Marauder hellscape, so it's probably good to do that. So I'm going to make it nice and easy. Both of you have 4 points of paradox.
All right. And Jen has made a note that her drama bond that she's bought, she would like to apply to Darcie and Sam. LMAO.
I'll pick that, but like, I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can. All right, so folks, if you have not been watching, what have you been doing with your lives? You should probably go worry about your life choices. But secondly, the characters are on a train. Nothing bad is happening, and they're definitely not being stalked by an ancient evil that was released from a sarcophagus that is causing all sorts of trouble on the train. Maybe there are a bunch of vampires running around. Maybe the characters were trying to reach the people who might actually know something about what's going on. That were suddenly split into 4 distinct groups inside of an ancient Egyptian tomb? That's normal, right? That sounds normal.
From train to tomb. That's what they always say.
Train to tomb. Oh, that would have been a good episode name, but it wasn't. So, besides that...
You can do that next week?
I can do that next week. So, as we're going into this, there are a couple things that I need to make you all aware of. And that is, first of all, this episode is sponsored, like all of our episodes, is sponsored by Bookwyrm Games. Folks, I love Bookwyrm Games. You love Bookwyrm Games. We all love Bookwyrm Games. So maybe you should go to Bookwyrm Games right now at bookwyrmgames.com and use code DorkTales to get some dice. They'll make you feel really nice. What I would like you also to do, though, is... how to phrase this? I don't know. One of the things we've heard about Bookwyrm Games is that there is a lack of D10s on their website. They do have these amazing World of Darkness inspired gemstone dice, but there aren't very many D10 sets on their website. If only some individual or group or actual play channel were to make an agreement with them to create brand new dice in the theme of one of your favorite shows. Robin, you want to tell them about that?
Well, yeah, I think I can tell them about that because guess what, guys? We're making Dork Tales dice. We've partnered up with Bookwyrm Games to create our own set of both D10 sets and like your classic D&D sets, the multiple-sided dice one.
Yeah.
You know, the 11 sets. We partnered up with Bookwyrm Games and we are doing a backer kit that will actually start on April 21st, but you can also go to the link in the description down below, in the chat, wherever you are watching this, listening to this, and click on that link for sign up for following the project, because you will get updates when things are as we get, you know, renders and information about that. And if you click the link, you will get a free mini module that Kelly is writing. So you get something for free. And you don't have to pay anything at this point for that. You are just following the project, but it builds hype. And we're not going to just be making dice. We're going to be having some dice bags. We're going to be having 3D printed familiars, which if you follow the project, you will see the first rendering of our 6 Dork Tales familiars that we'll be making. As well, we are making a coin, a pin. I'm so excited for Bran. I'm so excited for 3D Bran. It's going to be so good.
We couldn't get 3D Marrow Taster, though. There wasn't, like, their content laws.
We also need to get proper art done of Marrow Taster. We need this.
Oof. Yeah, that's one of the stretch goals, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The other thing is that it's not just going to be a module for D&D. I'm also going to write a short mage adventure, too, for any of you who are going to be wanting to play mage. So, yeah. But anyway, please
join. Click the link. We want to make it Bookwyrm Games like most successful kind of sign up before launch. We have a little goal in mind that would be beat their highest numbers of signups on backer kits that they've run before. So we Kelly and I are both somewhat competitive people. Yeah, we're halfway there. And so yeah, but we're gonna have dice, we're gonna unlock things. There are some really exciting dice sets that we want to get done, because the backer kit will be just for the first like Dork Tales D&D set, and then our stretch goals will unlock more dice sets that you will be able to buy. And there are some really cool Victorian mage ones, and our like super like 10k stretch goal one are these glorious like porcelain mage D10 sets that I hope we get. So, you know, if we can get that would be amazing. But yeah, we're super excited to be doing also Bookwyrm's first non-gemstone D10 sets. So like super excited for that. So please excited. Go check the link and share it around, share with all your friends. But yeah, it's very exciting.
Thank you so much for doing that, Robin, while I scrambled to get a couple more backgrounds set up, because while we were prepping for game, I accidentally fell asleep. So, because I was working all day and all night, and I got a little sleepy. But now I'm super wired because I've had a lot of coffee and sugar. It's going to be great. Nice. Was there anything else that we need to talk about before we hop in?
Just real quick, Christine Jen has bought a willpower either for you or for an NPC if you need a willpower or not.
Ooh, I could actually use a willpower. I'm down 2, so...
Nice. Well, that is for you then.
All right, I forgive you for the bullshit, Jen. Not that I'm not going to do the same to you later, but...
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. All right. So, folks, I think it's about time to start. Now, I just wanted to confirm, Darcie, you have spent for a seeking. Christine, have you spent for a seeking?
I have not. I do not quite yet have enough to do that.
Okay. So, on top of that, I just also want to know, do either of you want to spend any of your experience before we begin tonight?
I'm good. I bought Wits 4 at the end of last game, so I think I'm good for my XP expenditures.
I think I'm pretty good. I've got 3 attributes at 4, and I've got 2 spears at 4. I have 1 skill at 4, but
nice.
Or ability.
You need more science.
I think that's good for now. I have science at 4.
Yeah, but only one type of science.
That's true.
You need all the science.
It just costs so much over time, though.
Yeah, but actually it only costs, I think, half for the new ones.
Well, is this like one type of science, or is it that I have points in science, but my specialty is chemistry?
So you only have 4 points of you have 4 points of chemistry. Is
Okay.
the way. So it's like crafts. You have to sub-focus.
Well, I also have nowhere else to write anything more on the sheet because it's not like they give you any writing spots.
That
So
is
it's kind of
really fair. I need to get. Do you have the 4-pager? Is that what you're using?
like
We'll worry about that at the book break.
2 page.
We need to get you the 4-pager. All right, so folks. Whew, I'm a little Twitter-pated for tonight, but let's have some fun. Darcie, we are still at a +1 for your moon phase. And I just wanted to double check one last thing before we begin. And that is... Okay. Actually, you know what? It's not for you guys. I have to check something for a different session. The next one, where we get Amy and Jen. Mwahaha. All right. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start this episode of Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age. Book 3, Chapter 19, Chemistry and Maidenhood. The sounds of the train slowly dissipate. There's a rocking motion, as if the train takes a sharp curve. And then, when your heels strike down onto the plush carpet again, you do not hear the muffled embrace of that textile, but instead the hard slap of your feet on sandstone. You find yourselves in a large, echoing space of sandstone pillars painted with fresh, gorgeous dyes and paints, shellacs that have been ground freshly from the backs of beetles. And yet, in spite of the freshness around you, in spite of the newness of your surroundings, there is a musk in the air, a taint, something cloying beneath that. It smells of the breath of corpses here. And we will begin tonight with Evelyn. Evelyn, you steady yourself, finding yourself standing in an immense chamber. As far as you can tell, this is an antechamber, a foyer, something near the entrance of a grand temple, one that reminds you of the great pyramids that you visited during your stay in Cairo. Here you can see that there are a few braziers hanging from chains every 50 feet. These braziers themselves are the size of a dinner table, fed with plants and oils that give off black smoke that roils up into the ceiling, obscuring the height away from your vision. But you are not alone. There are 3 people in this room, including yourself. One is Henry Matto. Henry is looking around confused, his hair disheveled from the battle before, a few scratches along his tanned arms from helping pull Darcie back in from, well, actually, having helped with the broken window and so on. His clothes are disheveled. You can see a couple of loose strands poking out of the seam of his vest and slacks. His hand is on a large pistol, and he is looking around warily. The last creature that you see inside of this room scampers over Henry's foot. Your new companion and friend, Marrow Taster the Spirit, peers around with a look of revulsion and annoyance. And then confusion? You have a moment of perturbance being perturbed as you look down and notice how many different expressions that rat face can go through in the span of 3 seconds. What do you do looking around this space?
Well, it seems like it's just us. There's nobody else at this point.
It's just the 3 of you.
Okay. Is there anything else in the room?
You can see that there are several corridors leading off, huge vaulted chambers.
Okay.
The air is blowing at your back. That appears to be the way out of this chamber. Can I get a perception and alertness roll from you?
Sure. Does detail-oriented apply?
Yes, it would.
Perception and alertness, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Difficulty of?
Difficulty of 7. Unless you have something that will make your nose more sensitive.
No. That is going to be 3 successes.
3 successes. Sniffing the air, whatever is outside smells of death. You can smell blood. Almost so thick that it is like boiling over the smell of desert.
Okay.
Henry gives you a look and nudges you toward the smell. Should we look?
Yeah. Let's at least see what's out there. Let's try not to draw attention, though.
Marrow Taster can tell you what is out there, if you wish.
Oh, excellent. That would be...
Death!
Yes, I can smell that.
Much death. Big death. Many death.
Is it many things dead, or like more like
Yes.
death things?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Many death things. Many things of death. Many, 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 many.
Are we on the... How would a mage word it? Like, material plane, spirit...
There are
Like-
many ways that you could do it. I would say it depends on your personal belief system. Are we on the prime material plane? Are we in the Umbra? You know, there are a couple of different ways to go about it. Are we on Earth? Are we on the sphere? On the sphere of Earth? On the, you know, the heavenly spheres, if you wanted to go with that?
Well, I think we were kind of using the plane type term when I went to and found him.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose being kind of scientific minded, but also mad science with ether. Probably yeah, material would probably work.
Sure, let's go with that.
So she's going to ask if are we still on the material plane?
Mm. Very strange, all of it. Very, very strange. Smell death, though. Much death. Big death.
Spirit of death, actual death.
Mm. Delicious.
Hmm.
Go see?
Might as well. We'll go have a peek.
All right.
Evelyn's going to try and be fairly careful because her shirt kind of is going to make her stand out a little. If the area is dark or bloody,
Fair.
which she
Taking a
can
look.
smell.
One moment, please. Taking a look at you and kind of reading your mind and like the way that you're kind of like going to hunch forward. Henry is going to shrug off his jacket and offer it to you. It's a dark brown.
Excellent. I was thinking of mud, and that was not ideal idea of getting out later. As I have
His
to
shirt
believe that
is
we are
fairly pale, but
moving on
it's
from this.
still not as glowing as your white shirt.
She will shrug into her jacket and probably be absolutely drowned in it.
There. He is significantly larger than you. I'd say, what did I say? He's 6'4"? Something like that?
Something like that. Sounds like fairly tall, not necessarily lanky, but very lean, but probably still relatively broad-shouldered.
Oh, he's definitely broad-shouldered. He would, if he were alive today, he would have been a football player. You got a
All right.
quarterback's build. We should probably go quietly, just in case. And he's going to try to slink away. Would you like to make me a dexterity and stealth roll?
I would love to make a dex roll.
Difficulty of 6, please.
I'm guessing hand-eye coordination does not.
It does not. It
Hand-foot
does not.
coordination. 1 success.
He also got 1 success. And you know what? I'll roll for Marrow Taster too. 3 successes. All right, perfect. Marrow Taster is going to climb up of Henry's leg without him noticing, is going to kind of ride in his pocket. Slowly, you're going to make your way to the front of this temple structure. There are nearly 50 steps, each so large that you would have to feel your hip hinge as you took them. The type of step that you have to almost swing your leg to reach the top of. Descending down into the desert. And it is there, looking out over the front of this temple, and at the sands before you, you are going to see a charnel house. Can you please make me a willpower roll at a difficulty of 7?
And that's rolling current
Your full
willpower.
Your full willpower, actually.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Just want to
Henry
be
is
sure of
fine.
that. You said difficulty 7?
7.
1 success.
Your stomach is going to lurch. Looking ahead of you, you are going to see that there are huge birds flying in the air above. And beneath them, 400, 500, 600 corpses, torn to ribbons. Their guts decorate the battlefield. You can see in one case, atop a large pillory stone, a figure has been stripped down. The flesh peeled off of their bones, their circulatory system pulled out and wrapping around them like a spider web. The desert is rusted with spilt blood. But it's not just men. Looking out at the sea of bodies in front of you, you are going to see this is not a war. These were just people. There are women as well, and younger. You can see in places nearby where some of the smallest of these people had their heads bashed in at the base of this pyramid, this temple, as if they were swung by their legs against the stonework. Their brains still cling to the sides of the stonework like barnacles. The moon hangs red and hungry in the sky above you.
Am I able to recognize if the moon and stars match what I would expect them to?
Ooh, that is a good question. Why
To
don't
what
you
I've
go
seen
ahead?
recently?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an intelligence and... Do you have cosmology? Or an...
I do. I have cosmology and enigma. Enigma
Which-
is better.
We'll go with enigmas.
Okay. Difficulty?
Are you just comparing it to the stars of your recent experience? Then 8.
Yes. So what I would expect to be seeing if
Yeah,
we
give
were
me-
still where I think we are.
Give me that at an 8 because you don't actually have like astronomy specifically.
Okay. Does deductive apply at all?
Yeah, I'll give you a deductive. That seems like it's a very smart thing that you're doing right there.
I was literally like thinking that in my head when you said that. I was like, man, I would look at the stars. Darcie wouldn't, but if Evelyn was, I was like, Evelyn would look at the stars. And then Christine said that, and I was like, just.
It's 4 successes.
Looking up at the stars here, with 4 successes, you are going to immediately realize that the North Star, well, is not present. Looking up? Oh boy, what? There are different stars in the sky. You can still see Orion, you can still see the Milky Way. Overall, it would be a familiar sky that you are seeing. However, the alignment stars, the ones that you would be looking for, the North Star, any of the seasonal ones, would be shifted. And
Okay. So Earth, but maybe a different time period?
if you had to put this here, you would look at this and doing the math in your head with your calculator.
Which I have lightning
Matt,
calculator.
You do. You would say that this is over 2,000 years of astrological drift.
If I could do that sort of math in that sort of time too with lightning calculator, I would know if it was backwards or forwards.
Backwards.
Ah.
You are as far as you can tell, you are somewhere in the Middle Kingdom of Egypt. You'd say you are probably within a few hundred miles of the Great Pyramid of Giza. And honestly, you would say, it actually would probably be closer to 4,000 years. Between 3,000 and 4,000 years is what I'm going to say.
Huh.
So the Great Pyramid of Giza, was built around 2560 BCE
Mm-hmm.
and was aligned using circumpolar stars.
And of course, guess what I don't have? Time magic.
It's true.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what to do with all this beyond probably letting Henry know in a slightly shocked tone of voice that we're 4,000 years in the past.
Yes. The stars are not in the right place.
Yes.
That should be much brighter.
She's gonna very quietly geek out slightly over the fact that he did notice that, and she'll spout off a little bit of the math very quietly.
It's true. The Dog Star has moved almost the span of a hand. It should be much closer to that nebula. This is not good.
No, not in the slightest. not sure how we were brought here or how we're getting out, but
Whatever did that to Mr. Ainsworth likely did it to us.
yes. Well, at least on, hopefully, the bright side, we probably don't have to worry about them having any guns.
And as you say that, we are going to switch scenes. Inside of a very similar looking temple to the one that you found yourself in, we are going to hear the sound of a revolver's cylinder snapping home. What the hell is this? Sam is going to say as you both look around. The braziers are glowing, burning blue-green flame in the middle of a broad temple space. Darcie, what are you doing?
I think Darcie's looking around in shock. She's also going to be looking like for everyone else because we all went through the train door and I don't know what's happening, Sam. Where is everyone? We all went through that door.
Henry!
Get me. Something's not right. Could I throw up Prime Sight?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Give it to me. Difficulty of 3.
I have 2 effects go. Actually, you know, I'm going to release the effect on Bran. So Bran will just not
Suddenly,
be
Bran will just go and will appear next to you. It is just the
Yeah.
3 of you here. Bran is going to look around and say, I don't like the look of this. Something's very queer here. And I don't mean that in a good way.
That's going to be 2 successes.
2 successes. Throwing up Prime Sight, you can see a bit of glow around you. But whatever you're seeing right here is not awakened magic. There is no residue of resonance or any type of transition. Whatever you're seeing around you, you came to by something besides magely magic.
Okay, Bran, do you know anything about this? Have you experienced this at all?
Which part of it? The cat says, looking up at you. The fact we're in a giant temple? The fact that we were on a train a moment ago?
The fact that we were on a train a moment ago.
The fact that the cat's talking? Why is the cat... Sam is going to rub his temples.
You've heard him talk before. He meowed at you.
Yeah, well, it don't make any more sense now than it did a second ago.
I think it makes much more sense now, to be honest. You walked through a train door, now we're in a temple. I think it makes much more sense.
Fine. I guess it does. Shit. How is your cat talking? Oh, you're a witch, of course. Wait. How are you walking? Your leg was shredded. Well, you put a poultice on it?
Yeah. To poultice on it? Recite
All
spells?
right. Sure, whatever, Wicked Witch. Man, that's anachronistic. Backing it up. All right. Well, which way to Hansel and Gretel then?
I
I
eat
don't know
children.
very many storytelling witches, Darcie.
That's, I mean, yeah, we usually keep to ourselves. No, generally, you know, I'm not genuinely supposed to talk about it outside of.
Okay, do you have a broom? Can we just fly out of here and catch up with
Oh
everybody?
no, Sam! Look, it's do you see me? Do you think I'm gonna pull one out of my arse?
You pulled other stuff out that I didn't think you had.
Keep up your snark, and you're gonna meet Tommy again.
If Tommy shows up again, he can ride off on his broomstick.
I was. Okay, we're not going to get. Just go along, and when this is all. Whenever we get out of here, then you can just think it was a delusion. We all had a mass hallucination. We're knocked out on the train, probably. This is probably
We
some
probably
dream.
are knocked out
We're
on the train, but I'm not an idiot.
I know. I thought you would. No, like with traveling with Henry.
I've seen shit.
I know.
Now, this is some weird shit. All
It
right.
is. I'm quite.
We need to find everybody else.
We do, and fast. This is not good. This is not good, Sam.
Why, are you losing blood?
No, I just mean this is not normal. This is bad. I don't know where we are. Don't know what's happened to everyone else, but
Okay, well that's
it's-
okay. I have a spare. He's gonna reach into his coat. Fuck.
It's fine. I've got my poultices.
Oh great. If something like that attacks again, you could throw mint at it. Then at least it'll have fresh breath when it eats us.
I have more tricks up my sleeve.
You have a talking fine. You brought some catnip for the blabbermouth? Alright, that's kind of rude. I haven't talked that much. You've talked a lot more. You're kind of a gabbermouth yourself. Can you make me a perception and survival roll, please? Difficulty of 6.
I would love to. Does uncanny instincts apply?
No, it won't.
'Kay.
Instincts would apply. You know
I
what?
do not
Sure,
have-
uncanny instincts, I'll allow it.
Okay. Oh, that's 2 10s that get to reroll. That's gonna be 5 successes.
5 successes. As he is saying this, as he and the cat are having a bicker off, you are going to notice in the dim light, it is very hard to see, but you are going to notice.
I do
The
have night
steam.
vision on.
Oh, you do? Then in that
Yeah.
case, that difficulty will be lowered to 5 for you.
That doesn't change.
You are going to see steam rising from each of you. And it is going to be coming out of your mouth in plumes. You see that he tries to hide it as he's arguing, but even inside of his jacket, Sam is bundled up. And you can feel it as well. Now that the adrenaline is wearing off from the fight, the cold bite of a desert night is beginning to settle in. The temperature is very, very quickly plunging into sub-zero temperatures.
With forces 2, I cannot extend that to other people.
With forces
can
2, forces 2, life 2, you can do an effect to keep your body heat regulated. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I do it to other people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Darcy's gonna look at Sam shivering and Bran and be like, "Alright, Sam, can you hold this for a second?" And she will bring out her mother's spell book and put it in, have him hold it, and she'll flip to a page. And then she'll grab some herbs from her, probably some like some spicy dried pepper, nice capsaicin to keep warmth. And she's going to start speaking in Gaelic, and would like to try and cast this effect.
Okay, that sounds good. What you're going to want is at least 3 successes. You're going to be going at a difficulty of 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Difficulty 4.
Okay. How many successes did you think I need? Sorry, I blanked on that.
You need
what
at least
said?
3 successes, basically for
Okay.
time and for him.
Okay, perfect.
And this is going to be elegant.
4.
4 successes?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you are going to be able to cover Sam and Bran, and also I'll say that this is going to be good for the rest of your excursion into this zone.
Okay, sounds great.
How do you do this? Like, what is the effect? Like, what is the spell? How do you bind it?
So she's going to be, she's going to take this pepper, the dried peppers, and she's going to start speaking Gaelic, and she's actually going to pop it in her mouth, start chewing it to make it sort of a paste, and then she's going to, go and kiss Sam. Put it on his, like, lips, basically, and then also then... Before that, she'll spit a little bit out to give to Bran, because she's not going to kiss Bran on the mouth, because that would just be hairy. But she'll chew up this pepper while speaking, and then kiss him. Thank you very much. She'll grab her spellbook, put it back in her bag. That should help with the warmth.
Bran is going to cast a coy eye up at something and say, yeah, you can say that again. And he's going to wander off, averting his eyes from Sam's midsection.
Darcie's going to go her classic red. Yeah, just...
Sam will, Thanks. All right, so which way do we go?
Your guess is as good as mine. How much do you know about Egyptian... I'm assuming Egyptian temples?
Well, I don't think we're in the States.
It's definitely not in Ireland.
You sure? Lots of... All right, flip a coin.
Unless, yeah, you have any better idea?
Lovebirds. How about you follow the cat's nose? There's footsteps here. Or prints.
Oh.
And you see the cat sniff down low at a dark stain on the ground. Blood.
Oh.
Of course. All right, are we following the blood or are we going away from the blood?
I think we're gonna go follow the blood.
My thoughts too.
Darcie will, like, make a hand gesture and walk. Listen, I don't have a what. Well, actually, she lies. She'll pull out her ceremonial dagger.
Okay then.
All right. Honestly, I think I like the first date better.
I don't know. I take you to neat places.
I cannot deny that, sir. But yes,
Sorry,
quietly.
we're both a little underdressed. So are we on the damn train still?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I mean, I guess if we start walking into, like, invisible walls, then maybe we are. Maybe if we just have to...
Well, let me
Get
go
out of
first then, because if you walk into a wall, you'll bust your pretty face. And I've been busted enough times.
Alright. Actually, does this remind Darcie at all of the Marauderscape?
It's not
I guess there's no
dissimilar.
mage magic. It's not as similar, but there's no... But we didn't really notice any magic effect when we were in the Marauderscape.
Yeah, it was kind of overwhelming your senses, and you weren't really knowing what to look for. But this appears a bit different.
Okay.
What I will get you to do, though, is make me another perception and alertness roll.
Okay. Do Hawkeyes apply?
Because you can see in the dark, yes.
Mm-hmm. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty with that, let's say 6.
Holy crap. 8, because 110 rolled
Holy
3 10s.
crap, really?
Yeah! I rolled 6 successes, and then the 110 did 2 more 10s, and then it did a 1. But it did 2 more 10s after that. So 8 for Darcie.
As you start following the bloody footprints, you are going to notice that the walls are covered in writing. Now, of course, they're covered in hieroglyphics as you are moving. But there is gore smeared across them. And that gore is written in a different language. One that you probably haven't seen before, but may have. What is your what's your occult rating?
I have a 2 in occult.
Make me an intelligence and occult roll.
Ooh. Okay. What is my difficulties?
Difficulty of this, let's say 8, because this is very
niche.
very niche.
That is 1 success.
1 success. You think it is Sanskrit or Proto-Sanskrit. The gore is smeared on top of this, but you can see the ancient swirls and caricatures of that Proto-Indo language. Now, you can't read it. Perhaps there's magic that could allow it to be read, but you don't speak that.
No.
And
Do
as
you know
you
any history, Sam?
a little bit.
You don't happen to read, like, Sanskrit, do you?
Oh yeah, tons. That says you're fucked. And that says I'm going to eat you. Actually, the cat will say. That said, I made Ma'at blink. Of course. It's an old version of Sanskrit. It's graffiti. This one says, all kings are thieves. At least I'm honest about it. The throne remembers me, even if you do not.
Ooh. Does this remind the false Does this remember a little bit about what we heard about the false pharaoh from Dr.
It
Layla?
very well might.
Mm-hmm.
I can't read this one. It's a name. Fear the grandchild of Zapathasura. Whoever that is. Sounds scary. And Darcie, as you're looking at this, the other 8 successes, or other 7 successes are going to come in. For you see that the braziers are giving off this like dark, black smoke that's going to obscure the ceiling. However, ahead of you, you see the glow of a bit of candle flame. And are going to hear the sounds of water flowing. And smell the sweet scent of herbs and flowers. For around the corner, you can start to see the make of an immense indoor garden.
Oh.
That is bathed in red moonlight. However, unlike your tie to the moon, that you can feel echo in your blood, the moon is full and red.
That is not a good omen at all.
Huh.
So, I'm getting the feeling that we're in the... You know that sarcophagus that was on the train?
Yeah.
Definitely feels like we're in his tomb.
Great.
Just thought to let you know. Just
Like
in case you...
Like I said, I take you to the nicest places. Shall we?
Aye, let's go.
And as you round the corner, we're going to switch back. Evelyn, you and Henry make your way back inside of the temple, away from the carnage that expands out from in front of you. Further into the temple, you can see that the walls are immense and covered in these intricate carvings. As you head back inside, you can see that the walls are covered with hieroglyphics. They are freshly carved to the extent that you can see that at the base of the floor there are still occasional little patches of rock dust from where the chisels had been working. However, through most of them, these indentations, these reliefs have been filled with gold. Henry is going to take a bit of time, tear off one of his sleeves, and wrap it around a little bit of one of the torch sconces on the wall, creating an impromptu torch to use. The flames are going to lick and spill out over the wall, and you can see that all around you, gold is shining. This is a historic find unlike anything that you have even imagined seeing. The type of find that would have been only possible back before the raiders and robbers got into the tombs of the great pharaohs. the part of you that was raised in Britain just gets a twitter with the idea of all the things you could bring back to the Royal Museum.
Yes.
What do you do?
Well, I guess. I don't know. Start looking for clues. Why did we land here? Are the others somewhere? Are they in this space as well? I guess start just trying to look around and see. I don't know. Do we have to kill the guy to get sent back? Like, we walked through a doorway. Is there a doorway here that we can walk through and get back? Like,
We are likely in some type of dreamscape. We have been pulled in. We must find a way to wake ourselves.
That's so unscientific.
Then let us find a way to make it scientific. If this is... Is there anything inside of a pyramid or a temple like this that would have anything scientific you could use? You can make me an intelligence and investigation roll.
Yes, that would be excellent.
Of course.
Does deductive apply?
I will say not for this.
Okay.
This is more inductive reasoning, I think.
Okay.
If you take both of those specialties, though, you'll just have unlimited specialties.
Deductive, inductive?
Yeah.
How do I buy another specialty?
You can't, because that would just destroy me.
So if I got like intelligence 8, I could have a second one?
Probably 6, yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's just 2 points. I can do that. Just break my brain to be that intelligent.
Yeah, just get mine 3, then you can crank that up. Those are rookie numbers.
They kind of are, actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I miss having 6.
Just get your Rattray up to 6, and then you can buy level 6 attributes.
Nice. See king.
See
All right,
king.
difficulty.
Difficulty of that. You are quite well read, so I will say 6.
Okay. Oh, I wish that did have deductive working, because that is a 10. That's 3 successes.
If this is a traditional pyramid, there should be a room that actually has some things in it. This is fresh enough that there probably isn't anybody tombed in here, especially not if the front door is wide open like that. They haven't even put the seal on it, which means there is likely an embalming chamber. An embalming chamber would have everything you need. It would have all sorts of chemicals. It would have probably lye, salts, various herbs and things like that you could probably, at the very least, extract something from. It would have fire-starting materials.
Excellent, yes. And, yes, she's going to have a look at the walls real quick, too, because gold is really useful because it's quite conductive.
So is platinum, which is also in certain places in the wall, as well as silver.
So she would love to take chunks, pry out chunks. Gold is probably the easier one for her to pry out. It's more malleable.
It is very easy to pry out. As you are prying it, Henry is going to raise an eyebrow at you and say, "Please do not tell me that..."
What? It's conductive. It's useful. I just need a little bit.
All right, good. Sorry. Gut reaction to seeing white people grab for gold.
Oh, I don't care about that. Like, honestly, in the long run, I can make it myself if I really need to.
No one can make... Well,
enough that it would work and pass for what I need it to pass for. Which I
I see.
suppose is dishonest, but I wouldn't be using it on people who need the money. I'm using it on people who have too much.
Here.
And they wouldn't even notice if it went missing later anyways.
He's going to reach into his boot and pull a large knife and hand it to you.
Oh, excellent. That will work better.
And this is going to be like a very large, not quite a Bowie knife, but think like a K-bar sized.
Excellent. She's going to try and not damage the edge.
Taking a minute, you can scratch some of the gold away. And as you do, peeling it from the wall, you're going to see the sandstone begin to slowly weep blood as if you pulled a scab off of a wound.
Oh, that's disgusting. This definitely supports your theory of a dream world, though. Or we're in somebody's brain.
We must be careful. Just because it is a dream does not mean that it cannot hurt us.
That's true. And it's probably good that you said something, because I was about to try and see if I could shove the knife into it a little farther. Oh, if it
Evelyn-
scratches and bleeds, you can stab it then.
Evelyn, you are not the pillar. So long as you don't stab yourself, I don't care what you do.
Well, I mean, I figured potentially doing that might bring attacking hordes down us or on us or something, and then I
That
can
is also
shield us,
probably
but I'm not much.
that is also
I can
probably
shield us
true.
and throw acid on things. Really, is what I do.
Eventually, you're going to run out of acid.
Well, but if it's a dream world, dream logic does say that I would basically always have acid as long as I thought I did. So as
If
long as
it
I don't
is-
count my stocks very well.
If it is a dream that we are meant to be in, maybe.
It's true. But potentially I can also manipulate it a little bit. I wonder if it's another marauder.
What?
That was a pain in the ass.
What is a
Oh,
marauder?
when somebody has powers like ours and they go absolutely crazy, they kind of project a dream world around you that is logicless in a lot of ways. But it seems quite real if you're caught in it. But you can wake yourself from it. It just takes a lot of effort and understanding of what's happened, which if you're really caught up in the dream, it's really hard to get that understanding. Before we met you, we'd experienced that. It was not the most fun. It did kill the motherfucker quite well afterwards.
You have a very interesting mouth.
When it comes to situations like that, I like to relax some of the normal rules of speech because it's the only way that would accurately describe them.
Yes. No, it is good. You do not speak like some of the women that have... You speak like a person. Not behind a veil.
Well, I've had to be that person before because men generally force you to be that person, and I didn't like it.
I would not like it either. I have had to put on a face many times.
They also like to take everything that you can do and pretend they did it.
Yes, they do.
Hmm.
I do not claim to know what you went through, but I can sympathize. They also think that you are far stupider just for the way that you look.
Well, it's almost like most men think that a penis is where you keep all of your brain. Which is
Maybe
not really accurate.
If that were the case, then they would think I'm much smarter than I am. Well, they would think I'm much smarter than they give me credit for.
That is, yes.
Now I am thinking of other things I like about your mouth. He's going to take a look down the tunnel, and as he does so, can you please do me a favor and make
Maybe
me...
when we're not dealing with the death world.
Yes, of course. I wasn't implying, I was just remembering. We had a most pleasant experience.
Mm-hmm.
Make me a perception and alertness roll.
Perception. Does detail-oriented apply?
Yes. For this specific thing, it does.
Okay. Difficulty, you said?
Difficulty of... Do you have any way of seeing in the dark? 7.
That's a good question.
The torch, so I'll say... You know what? I'll say difficulty 6 because you have the torch, and this is about something light-based.
Okay.
She's still rolling today, they say.
7 successes.
You are going to hear a bit of grinding stone in the distance. And it is then that you are going to notice, before even Henry does, that the sconces overhead, the large ones that are the size of dinner tables, are swaying slightly. It is a sudden motion that makes you think that maybe there is a bit of settling sand or something like that, but no, there is something of great weight slowly moving down the corridor. Something shifting in the shadows.
Henry?
Yes.
Oh, good. You sense it as well.
Marrow Taster will say from the pocket.
Sense what?
The Corruptor God. It is here, and it is hungry.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Let's avoid
Try not
it.
to die, at least while I'm in your pocket.
And
How about you help us?
Hmm?
as he shrugs, you are going to see a flash of motion out of the corner of your eye, and there is a creature in the shadows that moves like a man on all fours. Its body is like a hairless gorilla standing nearly 9 feet tall at the shoulders, but its head is what draws you to it. As it emerges from the shadows and prepares to pounce with your 9 successes, 8 successes, you are going to catch this, for it is a crocodile-headed creature. Like Sobek. And it's going to let out a low as its jaws snap open, and it's going to lunge. Can I get an initiative roll?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll roll for Henry. Hey, that's good. All right, it's going to be a 5 for Henry plus his Dex and Wits, which is Dex and Wits. That is going to be a total of 11 for Henry. Marrow Taster is going to get a 13. Okay, so a reminder, it is a D10 plus your Dex and Wits.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is going to be... what did you get on your total?
17.
So, holy crap. Okay, so...
I rolled a 10.
All right, so it goes Evelyn, Marrow Taster, then it goes Henry, then it goes Sobek. As you look forward, there is going to be a blur of motion as this creature lunges out of the shadows at you and lets out a roar. What do you do, Evelyn? This creature is almost 12 feet tall at the top of its head, but it is moving on the ground, crouching, moving almost like a monkey, like a spider.
Okay. So you said there's these really big razzia, like, lights hanging?
Yes. They're about 10
Like
feet
from
up.
chains?
Yes, like for chains.
Okay. I would like to target the chains of the one that's gonna be above him in a second.
All right, and do what with
And
it?
drop it on him.
Ooh.
I just
Okay.
want to just target those chain links.
Okay.
They're weak.
So what I want you
They're
to do,
moving, and it's stress on them.
give me a dexterity and athletics roll to aim. Whatever you are throwing. I'm assuming like a caustic chemical.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know that she's necessarily thinking or taking the time. I think she's going, oh shit.
Okay, so do you have a focus that you would be using in this, or would this just be raw will working?
Let me have a quick look at my things. I think most of my stuff is based on actively touching and working with stuff, so I think this is kind of raw.
Okay, spend a point of willpower just to attempt the effect, and this is going to be basically just reaching out with raw magic and give it to me. I guess you're using entropy 3 probably. Just
I think
to
she's
have-
probably like maybe not even really thinking, but holding a piece of metal as she just like had pulled off and like mentally thinking it's just gonna. Oh, they can't move like that. It's just gonna snap, and
sounds good.
probably entropy / matter to make it brittle and break.
Give me spend a willpower just to make the effect work, and give me difficulty of 8.
Okay. One success.
Well, one success with both of those spheres is all that it is going to take for it to plunge. Basically, it's going to, one of the chains is going to snap, and this immense brazier is going to swing down, dumping burning hot coals on top of the creature. This immense crocodile-headed creature, I was trying to think of alligator or crocodile, but alligator's Florida, is going to be hit by these coals, taking the brunt of this. I want you to do me a favor, and I said it's the size of a table, so give me 6 dice of aggravated damage, please.
Ooh.
And I'm going to try to soak this,
So what's the difficulty level on this?
and I fail. 6.
6. Is there any reroll on this?
I'll say yes.
Fuck yes. Uh, 6.
No
I dropped
shit.
it.
Really?
I dropped it and there was 3 10s right away.
Okay. Give me.
Yo.
I was just like, oh god, can I reroll these? Can I reroll
Yeah,
these?
no shit. Holy fuck.
1,
It would have been
2,
4
3, 4,
without that
5.
reroll.
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to really suck for him. 6 levels of aggravated damage as the burning coals are going to plunge down upon him. He is going to make a horrible noise as this immense creature is going to hit the ground. Blood is going to start pouring out of these wounds. Bits of his flesh are going to be stripped away by these burning coals, reducing most of his body down to skeleton and raw muscle and throbbing organs beneath that are going to begin to catch fire. You are going to see all of his organs separate from the flame, and his heart burning in the center of his ribcage, visible as he lets out a croaking roar. He is still animate, but
Damn.
very badly hurt. I would say crippled with damage, which, if you look at your sheet, is not a good thing to be. All right, that is going to be your turn. Marrow Taster is going to turn, look at that, look at you, and say,
You can eat
Good
it if
luck.
you want.
Oh no, I'll be fine. I would aim for the burning heart though. That's usually
Okay.
where the soul is.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea.
Henry is going to take that advice. Will draw his gun and will fire. And do I have anything to stop this? Well, that's going to be 3 successes for Henry. Let's roll for the gun. That is going to be 1 point of damage because I rolled really bad. And my god, this dice are hating me tonight. However, they are not going to hate Sobek, because as Henry takes a shot and aims, Sobek is going to twist his body, and it is going to impact with those huge ribs, pinging off as if it was a granite wall. And he is going to let out a horrible roaring noise and is going to charge, and I'm going to spend a hurt them more right now. I am going to charge forward. I'm going to spend a willpower, and I am going to... How much can I heal right now? I'm not in water or moonlight. But what I'm going to do is... Okay. I am going to... Yes, I think I know exactly what I'm going to do. He is going to let out a roar and vomit forth a river. A river of brackish, flowing gore and water is going to flood out of his mouth and is going to rise up to nearly your knee level as it floods this chamber. He is going to leap forward, diving inside of it, and then half an instant later is going to dive out of it at your feet and is going to attempt to bite you, Christine, or Evelyn. Evelyn, I need you to do me a favor. You can make a soak roll when this comes through because of your amazing soak. Reminder that you're making this at your stamina +2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. +2 to anything.
Okay,
I can
so
soak
let me just
anything.
soak, which is good because this is definitely a thing.
Because I definitely don't have much stamina.
So
Problem.
just double checking the stats I have for this guy. That's gonna be dex and brawl. Oh, okay. So nice easy number of dice. Oh god, now my dice love me. Okay, that's 8 successes to bite you. And then that means that is going to be 16 dice of damage. Okay, that's going to be... Okay. Well, those canceled out, thankfully. Okay, that cancels that out. So that's... you're getting pretty lucky here, Christine. Roll me soak. Okay.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty on soak is 6.
That's 3 1s and no successes.
Oh, damn. You botched?
I botched ×3.
A triple. Well, you can't botch soak, thankfully.
Yeah.
But
But
what I will have you do
I
is...
rolled 3 1s, a 5, and a 2.
What I am going to do is I'm going to spend another hurt them more to have something horrible happen from this. So what is going to happen is there is going to be a surge of motion as this crocodile head rips out of the water next to you and is going to catch you right in the side of the hip. You're going to feel your pelvis grind and your hip bone pop out of alignment as you take 3 points of lethal damage. Oh, pardon me. 4 points of lethal damage. I forgot that it was he has a +3 bite, not a +2. And you are grappled by this and are pulled under the water. Water starts to fill your lungs as you scream, and without the concentration merit, which you have, you would be unable to cast magic without an increased difficulty this round. Pain is going to flood through you, and you are going to see blood burble up over you as you are pulled down. Somehow, the water here is only as tall as your knee, but you are completely submerged, pulled down into the depths of the Nile. It is your turn. What do you do?
I would like to spend another willpower to touch and force entropy in.
Okay. So just rot the body, I suppose?
Rot the body or it gives me luck, or it's probably just so unfocused of let me go
All right.
and just
So,
force with entropy.
Spend a willpower at difficulty of... You have no focus you are using for this, so that's going to be difficulty of 9.
I
Unless
have
you
no
spend
ability
quintessence.
to grab a focus for this either. Can I spend my only quint on this?
You can. Difficulty 8.
Okay. Yes. There's a 10 in there. And that's another one. Fuck yes. Okay, 3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a specialty for entropy, Christine?
Destruction.
Did you roll any 10s?
She rolled
I
2,
did.
so that'd be
Remember
another
that if you...
2 more successes on top of the.
Right, I forgot. I've
re-rolling.
never
Yeah,
used
'cause-
specialties in
I
spears
know.
before.
I know. That's why I was like,
Okay, so
2
it's 2
successes.
10s and an 8.
Okay. All right. So that is going to be 8 successes then?
5.
Because you got 2 more successes. You had 3. That's right. So,
Yeah.
quick reminder. So 5, that becomes 10 levels of aggravated damage.
Jesus Christ.
Well, every point of damage you do with magic, you do 2 points.
Right.
So, I can soak aggravated damage, and I did really well on this. I soaked 4 on 4 dice. Describe what happens as you reach out with almost a psionic blast of pain and rage.
I feel like it just starts creeping from wherever she touched. Like wherever she slapped and grabbed onto, just spreads out from her fingernails through it. And just follows, like, probably, you know what, most scientific, follows the vein system. That it seems to have a bodily structure, so it probably has a vein system of some sort. And it follows that out, and just everything turns black, and just underwater, it would just be like probably sloughing away into the water. But if it comes back out, I'm really imagining, like, you know, the snap and the dusting from Marvel.
So it's like sloughs off
And it
into
just-
the water and then just sludges.
Yeah. And if it rears out of the water, it kind of becomes dust and like just ancient. It
The
becomes as
water?
old as it should be.
The water is going to flow around you and then vanish as if a drain had been pulled somewhere. It flows through the cracks in the sandstone floor, depositing you onto it in a pile of blood and broken bone. The creature is no more. Henry is at your side. Evelyn. What can I do?
All right. So, the way you put a hip back in place, she's going to start, she has medicine. So she's going to talk him through like the,
Shh. Evelyn. Bite this. And he will whip his belt off and put it between your teeth. I can handle this. I know you are strong. I will do this on the count of... And then he's going to immediately do it.
yeah, she was probably expecting him to do it on 2, not 3, but
And
he
he's
got
going
it
to
even
do
faster.
it on 0 and is going to just crack it back in place with a horrible wrench. It is going to rip back into your socket, and you can see your normally immaculate thigh and the smooth, pale skin of a Victorian woman is shredded along with your clothing. I will bandage you as best I can. Evelyn, can you do me a favor? You
And
are
through
going
that,
to
like
get...
she no doubt like choked screams, but
Now,
That would be
please add
fucking
1 point
painful.
of paradox to your total for the catastrophic magic you just cast there.
She's just like, nah,
pardon me.
not dying today.
Sorry, 2 points because it's catastrophic. And 1 moment,
That's what-
please, while I roll it and see what happens.
Yep, I've got 6.
You have 3.
Oh, great.
As you bite and feel that pain flow through you, you are going to feel a dizziness rise up to you. And as you grit through the pain, you are going to find yourself spinning as a wave of faintness and vertigo takes over you. And at the sight of your own blood, no matter how tough you are, Evelyn, you swoon, and blackness takes you. And I think it's going to take us too, folks, because we're going to go to a break right now. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Congrats! You beat my Sobek homunculus.
Oh,
That was so rough to watch. Oh, I was,
I was
so
just like,
tense.
oh shit. Not ready. Not ready.
Oh.
We'll be right back. Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the part of the program where I'm going to briefly talk to the chat right now just to tell you something very important, which is I love you. But, folks, if you have not signed up for the Dork Tales Dice notification for our backer kit, please do. Like, if you do nothing else, like, sign up for the Patreon. But sign up for the notifications. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? If you have not signed up, I really would like it if you did, because I kind of have, like Robin said earlier, I'm very competitive. And so is she. And Michael from Bookwyrm Games told me that their highest ever sign up was 184 people. We need to beat that. Even if we don't, even if the backer kit doesn't make as much, it needs to beat that early sign up because it makes us look really cool. So please help us look really cool. Plus, I will write a mini Mage the Ascension adventure for you, just for you. But when the actual dice come out, there are going to be a great bunch of stretch goals, which I'm going to tell you about 3 of them right now. Okay? So just to get hyped, 2 of my lovely players have volunteered to run, 5 to 12 episode long series of Mage the Ascension for this. Well, one of them is Mage, one of them is technocratic in nature, perhaps, and they are people who have not run Mage on the channel yet, but are very invested in Mage, and I am really excited for that. Plus, if you are a fan of weird stuff, I have promised that if we do this, I will do, I think I promised 2 episodes, but I will do a 2-episode 20 plus minute ASMR videos as Nolan Westcroft. As I know, I always think Netchurch from Vampire, but I will do a 2-episode ASMR. I will do checking you in at a therapist office and then doing cranial nerve exams and stuff. I will do this as Nolan. I have a box of ASMR props right next to me. If you don't think I do, I will prove you wrong real quick. I've got so many ASMR props in this bin that are ready and waiting.
We have the trauma llama.
We have the trauma llama. This is a reflex hammer I bought from The Flash, the TV show The Flash. This was used on The Flash, I'm pretty sure, because it even has the pointy thing at the bottom so you can test. Because I bought a bunch of stuff when they were doing the closeout sale for The Flash. And this
need
is
to
one of...
find more of those to go to because you guys got some good stuff, and I was so sad that I was like busy that weekend that I could not like meet you guys. In
I was
Vancouver
so
for
busy.
that.
I was very sad about it too because it would have been a lot of fun. So here, hold on. So guys, if you don't believe this is going to be a dope ass thing, can I point something out to you? Think of all the fun that I can. I can't see anyway, but I've got so much dumb stuff I have bought over the years from like AliExpress and Temu just to like beef up my ASMR prop collection because I've been trying to start an ASMR channel for years, and I'm just really busy. But I did do a proof of concept for April Fools a couple years ago.
That was great.
But yeah, so what's really funny is that the place that always holds the auctions in Vancouver for like TV productions is literally, I forgot this, it's literally across the street from the Vampire headquarters for our new Vampire game.
Yeah, it's where we put. I was looking at Google Street View. And I saw that,
Sotheby's?
like,
I think it's Sotheby's.
Yeah.
Sotheby's.
Yeah.
But so I hope you guys are having fun so far. This is going to be an exciting game. I am going to give you guys minimal XP tonight because you're going to be combining XP with the players next week or next game.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give you like a million XP. To be honest, you guys have enough XP. But I guess we should head back in just a minute. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? So before we do that?
No, I just want to get back into game.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. Let's head back in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello and welcome back to Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age here on Dork Tales. The garden is absolutely beautiful. Looking ahead of you, you can see that there is an internal fountain that flows down from the head of a jackal-headed statue that is built into what you think is maybe the northern wall or southern wall. It flows in an immense river, nearly 4 feet wide, out of this immense statue's mouth. The water smells fresh, but tinged with the scent of copper. It flows almost like a slightly translucent purple. You can see little lines of ichor flowing through it, like loose threads through a tapestry. There's a man-made river built into the center of this garden that the water flows through, and all around it are exotic plants. Things that defy all manner of your herbology and and botanical knowledge. You can see that there are plants that are similar to cacti. There are huge leafy fronds with huge leafy ferns with red fronds. You can see that there are even several herbs that you recognize, and that Bran recognizes as he approaches a small bunch of catnip that is growing large and wild by the water's edge. So far, I like this place.
I maybe wouldn't eat. I was just saying, I might not want to eat the strange herbs if we're in a weird dream. But I'm also kind of curious if I take a sample and wake up, if I will still have it in my bag. Do you want me to give you some catnip?
I'll be fine. I probably shouldn't. I've got to watch my figure anyway.
I just meant for later.
No, it probably would kill me. So, what do we do now? Huh? We keep looking for them?
I
We,
guess.
Oh,
What?
Sam is going to point a finger over your shoulder. And you are going to see, bobbing inside of the river, a body. It slowly flows on the top of the water, bumping into the artificial barrier of its bank. It makes a dull thunking noise as it continues to bob against it like a moored boat. Which of your friends is it that lies face down there?
With her curiosity flaw, I think Darcy's going to go for the corpse. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. But Darcy's going to go and kind of. Is that where the like streams of Ike Earth flowing from in this stream?
Yes.
Does it look like it's like trails of blood? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Darcy's definitely gonna rush over and try and bring the corpse out of the river.
Flipping over the body and dragging it, you can see that the face is horribly damaged. What color is the hair? Black? Brown? Blonde? What do you think, Darcie?
Oh. I think brown.
And as you roll it out, you will see a large cross, rusted and warped, as if it were melted by extreme heat, shifts, and it pulls a chunk of breast off as it sloughs rottenly onto the sandstone.
Darcy is going to let out a kind of a pained yelp, like a mix of both like hurt and surprise. So she's not gonna like scream necessarily, but she's going to let out this kind of combination of a cry and like surprise.
And as you do, can you do me a favor? I want you to make me a perception and medicine roll at a difficulty of 8.
Okay. I'm assuming uncanny instincts don't apply.
They do.
They do, thank goodness, because that's... I rolled a 1, and there's a 10 in there, so I would love to re-roll that 10. Alright, that's just going to be 1 success. With
One success?
No,
Okay.
2 successes, sorry. The 10 still counts. So there's an 8 and a 10 and an 8 and a 1. So 2
Sam
successes.
is going to be at your side and is going to grab your shoulder. Hey. Are you oh, shit. And
No, no.
as he's pulling you away, he almost breaks your gaze, but you're going to hear it. The sound of something crunching beneath that exposed breastbone. And then the hum in that millisecond of fluttering wings before the rib cage of Chastity's before Chastity's rib cage explodes outward like a jack-in-the-box as a swarm of scarabs surge toward you. Roll initiative, please.
it doesn't matter. Fast reflexes. I didn't roll a 10. That's going to be a 12.
All right. I'm going to roll for Bran. Actually, you can roll for Bran.
Okay.
I'm going to roll for Sam.
Oh gosh,
damn it,
Bran
Sam.
rolled a 3.
Sam rolled a 1.
Oh no.
All right, so initiative chart real quick. We've got Bran. What did Bran roll? A 3. So that's probably going to be like a 10 for Bran total. Then my Scarabs are going to have an initiative of... One second. There we go. Initiative of... We'll say 8. Because I rolled badly. What'd you get for yourself?
12.
Okay, so Darcie is actually going to go first because you did notice this coming. So it's going to go Darcie, then it's going to go Scarabs. Actually, no, it's not. It's going to go Bran because that's the way math works. Then Scarabs. Then it's going to go to Sam. All right, so the corpse in front of you explodes open. The shirt rips open, and the rough meat that was once Chastity's torso is going to slough off onto the ground as the ribcage expands like an opening cabinet. These scarabs that are the size of softballs are going to surge out, their mandibles seeking flesh, blood, their eyes glowing a horrid shade of red. They fly toward you. What do?
Oh boy.
Now, I say there are a swarm of them, but there are probably about 3. Well, let's say not a swarm, actually. Let's say that there are 3 softball-sized ones.
Okay. Okay. Cool. That helps me kind of figure out how I want to cast magic. Fuck it, I think very much in kind of this panicked thing, I think kind of similar situation to Evelyn, kind of not really thinking and just doing. I would just like to use life to cause it injury.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do it. So I'm assuming you're going to focus on at least one of them to start with, and
Yeah.
How many are you going to try to target? Each one's going to be an additional success.
I'm going to try and target 2 of them.
That sounds great. So I'm going to have them attack as a wall, basically.
Okay.
Just for initiative's sake, makes life easier. So go ahead and roll me your arete at a difficulty of what are you doing to do this, actually?
She's just going to quickly rip open her spell book and just start very much hand out in front reading from her spells, and just she's casting fucking hella magic here.
Hella magic?
Yeah.
Okay, so hella magic, you're using life 3, probably rip the man body or rip the scarab body in this case. So that's going to be difficulty of, I mean, it's an uncanny spell, but it is probably, I would argue this is catastrophic, just trying to rip them apart with magic. Without...
I am, yeah, no, I'm fully, cool. I fully agree that it's catastrophic. She's just trying to...
give me this at a difficulty of 5, 8, 7, 6, 7 because you're surprised. Well, no, you got 2 successes. I'll say difficulty of 6.
Okay. I can spend a willpower, right?
You totally can.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a willpower.
I would love that.
And I'm hoping
you're gonna gain
that
2 points of paradox for casting like this.
Oh yeah, that brings me to 6.
Okay, and I am going to hold off on having it explode immediately.
Oh boy, thankfully didn't botch, but I failed. Oh no, I got 2 ones. Nope, I rolled 2 ones and I got 1 6, so it'd just be straight canceling.
Straight
so
and the willpower, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so you throw your hand up trying to use magic, trying to tear them apart, but they are moving too fast. Bran is going to let out a yowl of rage and is going to make an attack roll. Go ahead and I believe he rolls 7 dice to attack with his
Yeah.
claws.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me that.
Difficulty 6
Difficulty
or
of 6. They're small, but he is a cat.
yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that's a 1 there. That's gonna be 4 successes for Bran.
4 successes. All right, that's going to be 7 dice of lethal damage.
Good kitty. Thanks for taking one for the team here, Bran.
Okay. And I got 1 point of soak.
Do 10s reroll for Bran?
Yes, sure, why not?
That's 4 successes for Bran.
Okay, 4
The
successes.
4 points of lethal.
Okay,
damage.
I'm going to spend a something good happens to ignore my soak. It is going to, one of them is going to surge forward, and Bran is going to catch it right when it is going to be aimed directly at your face. He's going to impact with it, slashing his claws through its center, cutting it to ribbons. Guts are going to pour over him, and I'm going to spend a hurt the more to have him basically grab onto it, and his claws get stuck in its chitin, and he is going to go ass over tea kettle, tumbling into the shrubs, holding onto this dead scarab. I got one.
Good job, Bran.
And one of them is going to charge at you. Go ahead and let's go ahead and figure this out. So that is going to be... Okay, my attack roll is... Ooh, I can just do that. Perfect. That is going to be 4 successes to hit you.
I'm assuming I can soak.
You can soak, yes. Okay, so that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I have 5 successes of damage.
I have 2 successes for soak.
All right. It is going to impact you. You're going to take 3 points of bashing damage, and I need you to make me a strength roll.
Ooh, okay. Ouch. What is my difficulty?
Difficulty of 6.
3 successes.
Perfect. Okay. This thing is going to impact your chest. Full bore. It strikes you like a cannonball. This thing is only about this big, but its chitin is reinforced with some type of iron, and as it hits you, you tumble over and it pins you to the ground. This thing weighs at least 50 pounds. And you are knocked over and pinned. You realize now, because how many points of survival do you have?
3.
Looking down at the corpse beneath you, you can see the broken and twisted legs and shoulders. This is how they hunt. They pin you while the others tear you apart from within. Another one is going to dive toward you, and you're going to see its mandibles spread wide as it prepares to chomp you. That is going to be 1, 2, 3. 3 successes on the hit. Which means... Okay, that's 3 successes on the damage. It is going to aim itself directly at your throat. Lodge forward. I'm going to spend the something good happens. And there's
Do I
going
get to
be...
soak or no?
It is lethal damage. There's going to be a spray of blood as a shadow falls over you, and you are going to hear a grunt
Sorry.
as It bites into the side of Sam's throat and shoulder. The joint there, blood is going to pour out as Sam takes 3 levels of lethal damage from this, and you can see part of its thorax, part of its throat, pulse like a heart as something flows into the wound. It is going to be your turn. Top of the initiative, Darcie. You are pinned to the ground. Sam used his action to take the hit for you.
Okay, so this thing is on me.
It is. It's right on your chest. Your arms are still free, but it does have like a clear shot at your throat.
Okay. Fuck, what do I mean, I think she's just gonna try and can she try and imbue her, like, fist with forces to try and push it off of her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I would like to do that. She's,
I mean, you could, honestly, with enough forces, you could try to rip its head off.
Sure, I would like to, I'd like to do that.
I kind of picture it like, I mean, it is a scarab, so it has a big mandibly head.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, I think she's gonna try and rip it with forces.
Now here's a question. If you were just going to try to rip its head off, do you want to use forces or do you want to use life?
I'll use life. Yeah, I'll use life.
Okay, so what we're going to do this as a 2-part effect. Are you using your hands or your ritual dagger? Which you did have out.
Yeah, I will use the ritual. I think that ritual dagger, I think she's going to kind of realize that she has this and be like, what am I doing here?
Okay, so go ahead and this is going to be not even uncanny. This is going to be elegant because you're stabbing something to death. So what I would like you to do is give this to me at a difficulty of 5.
Okay.
Difficulty of 6 because of your wound penalties.
Yeah.
Difficulty of 5 because of the moon phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at wounded actually, so -2.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
So for magic, being wounded will give you concentration difficulties. I'm going to say that it's just 1 point for you because you're kind of used to it at this point. You had your legs mowed off. So I think that 1 point is probably enough right now. I'm also going to balance your difficulties out for having 2 effects up presently. You still have 2 effects up. But you also are using a ritual dagger, which is probably one of your foci for life.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not, but I'm just going to hand wave that. So, difficulty of 5, I said. I believe I said.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but here's the deal. Before you make your arete roll, I want you to make me a dexterity and melee roll.
Okay.
Because that is going to be...
Fast reflexes apply.
Yes, to hit a giant scarab beetle in the head. Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Cool. Difficulty...
Difficulty 6?
6. That's going to be 4 successes.
Okay, that's going to hit. So go ahead and roll me... so let's roll me the magic first.
Okay. I'm going to keep my willpower in case I need to... Fuck, I should have spent my willpower. My magic dice are betraying Darcie tonight. I botched. I rolled 1, 1, 2, 2.
Okay. So that is going to be 2 more points of paradox from the botch.
We're up to 8.
You're up to 8. And... Oh, boy. So you can still go ahead and roll me damage for the stab, though. You got 4 successes to hit?
Yep.
Okay, so give me strength plus 4, because the dagger is a +1 on its own.
Yeah. Man, my dice have betrayed me with magic tonight. Oh my god. I mean, honestly, this really fits the whole arc of Darcie and her change. The whole arc that I want to do with my character, this really fits her right now. So I hate it, but I love it. That's going to be 3 points of lethal.
3 points of lethal. That's going to be 1 point of lethal as your dagger is going to bite into the side of its chitinous shell and is going to start to stab at its face. You are, you know what, I'm going to say it's going to do 1 more point of lethal because it was a called shot. As you start to slowly start to pry its head off, trying to leverage it, you are going to lean your shoulder into it and your ritual dagger is going to snap.
Figured that was gonna happen. Fuck.
The scarab's turn. Real quick, Bran is going to make a strength roll. Okay, Bran is going to be managed to get up and is going to attempt to scratch this thing from behind. Go ahead and make me a... So he's going to have to run and attack. So make me 6 dice versus difficulty 8.
Okay. Difficulty 8. Ooh, that's near. That's gonna be a fail for Bran. Thankfully
All
for
right.
that 10, but would have been a botch without it.
Bran is going to launch himself forward, slashing at the beetle, well, the giant scarab beetle, but is not able to pierce its hide as he launches onto its back. It is going to be that scarab's turn. The scarab is going to continue to pin you down and is going to attempt to bite at your throat. Oh god, this could be it for you. Okay, at your throat, that is going to be... Okay, 6 dice.
Our fights have been going very differently, Christine.
Okay. How many health levels do you have left?
3.
I want you to tell me exactly what your health levels look like right now.
I have 4 levels of bashing damage.
Okay. You will live from this. You take 3 levels of lethal damage. So the way this works is you are going to you're going to fill your first 3 boxes with
Yeah.
lethal,
Yeah.
and then anything that bleeds over. So you're going to keep those bashing, and they get pushed down. If they go off of the screen, they
sheet.
compress.
Cap.
And you are going to have to roll stamina to stay conscious.
Cap.
It bites into the side of your neck. And speaking of which, can you make me a stamina roll as some type of poison flows into you?
Difficulty of 6.
Difficulty of 7.
7K. Does tough apply?
Yes.
3 successes.
Okay, you are fine. It burns and it hurts, and you find blackness beginning to push into the edge of your vision. But you are able to fight through it. Okay, it is going to be Other Scarab's turn. Other Scarab is going to... well, you know what? I'm going to say that Sam Smith has something good happen to up his initiative. Because that's worth it, something good happens. He is going to... He is wounded. He suspended willpower to not have to worry about that, and is instead going to roll. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's 2 successes. 3 successes. Okay. That is going to be 3 successes, and it is 5, 6. Okay. You guys are not doing well.
Nope, we are not. I said very different fight than the previous one.
Okay. There is going to be a gunshot, and the one on your chest is going to explode. Bran leaps out of the way at the right moment. Get out of the way, cat! Is going to leap, and he's going to fire his pistol right into it. Blood is going to cover your throat, but the mandibles are going to release. Thank you for something good happens there. I am going to attempt to bite Sam again. That is going to be 4 successes to bite Sam, which means that I have 7 dice of damage for this. 2, 3, okay, that doesn't count. And it is going to chomp into him again, and Sam is going to collapse to the ground under this thing's weight as he falls backwards onto his knees, his legs folding beneath him. Top of the initiative, Darcie. Blood is going to pour down the front of his shirt as this thing begins to try to burrow under his collarbone.
Okay.
What do? You make a stamina roll.
Yeah.
You can also spend a willpower to stay up.
I will save that for potentially for ignoring my wound penalties. That is going to be 3 successes at difficulty 6.
Okay, so you can stay up this round. You still have your wound penalties. So
Okay.
you're at a -5 on all actions.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a willpower to ignore that.
Okay. And you were just bought a willpower by the chat.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I'm of 2 mindsets, and I'm trying to figure out for Darcie if she would try and heal Sam or fucking kill this thing, but her magic has not been doing well for killing this
So-
thing.
Do not forget, you can do what is called a conjunctional effect. You can do 2 effects at once.
Oh, okay.
It raises the difficulty, and if you fail one, you fail both.
Okay.
So basically, you could try to weave a spell that,
To siphon
yeah,
its magic, its health into Sam, I would love to do that.
okay. So, sweeping up your book, can you please give this to me at difficulty of 3? Difficulty of 8, 7. Difficulty of 8.
Okay.
Now, according to the rules, you are not limited to just 1 point of willpower per turn, apparently. It is 1 point of
Oh.
willpower per action.
I would love to spend a willpower to not botch this.
Yes.
Darcie's going to start. She's going to be like, no, Sam, I can't lose you. No. Not like this. Not now. And she's going to start chanting and try and siphon the life from this thing into Sam.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Okay. 3 successes.
Okay.
4 with a willpower. My dice have not fully left me yet.
All right. Your paradox is now at 10.
Perfect.
And as you reach out, it is going to try to soak that. It soaked 2 of it, which is too bad because you got 4, which means 8 levels of lethal damage are going to rip out of it and into Sam. And the creature is going to wither and crush like a can being imploded. It is going to spray its gray-green blood onto the floor and collapse.
Sam,
And as that happens, I'm going to roll your paradox.
Oh no! Here we go.
Okay, so... okay. One moment, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You may retain 5 points of paradox on your sheet, first of all.
Okay.
However, I got a lot of 10s.
Oh no.
Okay. As you reach out towards Sam, the feeling of what you have just done echoes into you. The backlash reaches out and within, and you see that everything is creation. Everything is life. You are going to gain two things. The first of all is you are going to pick up another point of resonance.
Oh.
You are going to pick up the resonance, and I'm just going to check something real quick. I'm going to head to oldthesaurus.com.
Yeah, this will be my third resonance. Darcy's picking them up left, right, and center.
So I would like you to take the resonance. I'm torn on this. So I'm going to give you the option. You can take dynamic crimson or dynamic raw.
Ooh.
I'm leaning more toward raw, personally.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, so you're going to take a new point of resonance there.
Dynamic roll.
And also are going to enter quiet. Touch of madness grips the side of you. And as you look at the scene and look at the power that you have displayed, you would make your mother proud. More than that, you realize now why you were targeted. You realize why you were chosen. You realize why Macduff wanted you. The force of your destiny looms in front of you like a shadow, lit, backcast by the brilliance that is your power. You are not just a witch. You are a witch queen in the making. Until this clears, you are going to be very much a little more primal in your outlook. You are going to eschew most modern things in favor of the old ways.
Okay. Thinks she's that witch. Like that bitch.
Hashtag that witch.
Yeah, hashtag that witch. Go for primal / old ways. Okay.
Sam lets out a ragged gasp in front of you. You can see that he is pale and clammy. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I told you I'd take you to the nicest places, right?
Oh.
Are you okay?
No. She kind of collapses at that point because she's still at
Darcie.
ECAP, technically.
He rushes over to your side, and as he grabs your head from hitting the stone, we are going to transition to another head being laid down on stone. Elsewhere, inside of the temple, we are in a large room. It is dark. The only light inside of here is Henry's sputtering torch placed in an overturned canopic jar. Evelyn, you are going to groggily open your eyes. You feel warm. Too warm. Henry is standing above you, his eyebrows furrowed in concern. You are lying on a slanted table. The walls are covered in hieroglyphs that, well, they do two things. The first is that they appear to be some type of medical text, the way that they're describing different actions. You can see that there are tools along the sides of the tables, canopic jars that are lying around well, not lying, but shelved perfectly, waiting for organs. There are several tall sarcophagi, cheaper ones, propped in the corner, their lids affixed. And as Henry strokes your brow, you can see the hieroglyphs and figures carved into the walls are moving. They are dancing and walking across the walls. Your bite burns. It aches and throbs, and as it does, you are going to have the following problem. So, for one, you are going to have a very high cyclical fever from this bite. Violent chills and sweating, a headache, muscle weakness, and a touch of delirium. As you are going to go through pitches, and whenever you are stressed, the fever is going to spike. And as it does, certain things are going to happen. But in the meanwhile, your perception rolls are going to be at a +2 difficulty from just dizziness and exhaustion. And you are going to need to make some... you're going to need to make some stamina rolls as you go, or else suffer additional penalties. You also are at a -2 on social pools because of how clammy and deathly you look. But that's not going to super apply right now. Between us, this is caused by your paradox, but it is flowing from the bite. So Paradox has decided the bite caused this.
Okay.
He is looking over you. Evelyn, you don't look well.
I don't feel well.
Well, no surprises then. I followed the footprints. I carried you here. This is the embalming chamber, I think. I apologize for where I had to...
Are you going to embalm her now?
You hear Marrow Taster say from the instrument table. I have put you on the embalming table. It was the most comfortable place to leave you. Somehow the cleanest.
Yes. She's gonna kind of look around and, as much as she can, like kind of moving her head side to side to not really move too much.
The world trails behind you as you do. You're having trouble focusing. but you can look around. What I'd like you to do is make me a perception and investigation roll.
Okay.
What would my difficulty be with that extra?
Difficulty of 8.
Okay. Does detail oriented
Very
apply?
specifically, yes. In this case, it does.
Okay. 3.
Looking around the room, you are going to see that there are those blood-soaked footprints. There is a large wall directly in front of you. Well, behind the bed that you were laying on. And I say bed, it is a stone operating table with a raised back, almost like a drafting table in reverse. Or like a hospital bed, I suppose, would be much more apt. However, behind it, you see there is a section of wall that is devoid of all but the barest hieroglyphs. A symbol that you will recognize as the Eye of Horus is carved there. But there's something wrong about it. For one, it's inverted, but also the Eye of Horus doesn't have a slitted pupil. There's something wrong about it. How many successes did you get?
3.
The first of which you'll notice is there is half a footprint vanished under the seam of the wall. Someone walked through the wall, but did so corporeally. At least enough to leave a footprint behind. Because ghosts don't leave footprints, right?
Just gonna point that out.
Yes. You're right. Spirits do not leave footprints.
Now, being the Victorian era, Gothic romances were huge. Secret passageways, secret rooms, secret doors were huge.
They were 100%.
So any of the common tropes for looking for something that would open that, she's going to look for. Because as much as she probably doesn't admit to it very much, she's no doubt read some of those because sometimes you get bored.
Checking the wall, I want you to do me a favor and make me an intelligence or perception, whichever you prefer. I think they're the same for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make investigation, or you can make do you have a mechanical skill? So like a crafts or something that would probably
Like
apply.
technology?
I would allow technology if you prefer over
For like this time
investigation.
of period, like technology would be more about mechanically
I
done
think so.
things than
And I think that that's kind of
computers.
in your wheelhouse. So you can either make interperception, your call, doesn't really matter, and then either technology or investigation to search the wall.
Let's go with technology because I have 3 dice in that instead of 1. Perception or int, which would apply, detail oriented or deductive? Because that would say which one I want to use.
Let's go perception.
Okay. And is it still difficulty 8?
It is still a difficulty of 8. Oh,
Okay.
pardon me. No, it is not. It is a difficulty of 6 for you because of mechanical aptitude.
Oh, hot damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that one also applies then.
Yeah.
That's right. I always forget that I have that one. 'Cause it doesn't come
I
up very
found
often.
my little cheat sheet of all of your merits and flaws while I was putting tonight's game
Yes.
together, and I was like, oh yes, I forgot you had that too.
Yes. I feel like I should maybe have to change my phobia now to drowning.
Yeah, because you got over heights, or you pretty much got over it.
Well, we didn't actually get me over heights in my seeking. I decided to keep it
Okay.
for interest, but or you said I could buy it off now because I'd experienced that.
Okay. I'll let you change it.
But I don't know. I feel like after that, maybe I need to be afraid of drowning because that
Or
was
crocodiles.
terrifying. Well,
Oh.
no, that I destroyed really handily.
Oh, that's fair.
I didn't destroy the drowning effect in my lungs. I destroyed the thing holding me down. That's 6 successes.
So, checking the wall, you can see that there is, in fact, a false panel. Pushing it open, you can see that there is a grotesque, throbbing hole that the panel blocks. It is full of writhing millipedes, spiders, and other small, hungry creatures. Peering through, you can see at the back of it. Yes, I am ripping off Temple of Doom, and you can't stop me. However, there appears to be some type of lever. Now, how many successes you got?
6.
Looking at this, with 6 successes, before you reach in, you can see the lever, but there's something wrong with it. Someone has damaged it. Disabled it, even. And as you are looking through with that, you are going to see that this is not merely a place to reach to grab a lever. The wall itself is at least 3 feet deep, and that hole goes all the way through into the next room. The hole itself is about the size of a loaf of bread on its side, just large enough for a man's arm to reach in.
Or marrow taster.
Or marrow taster, yes. Oh, yes, clever. And as you are there, you are going to hear the sound of breathing on the other side. Heavy and frantic. What
Does
do you
it
do?
sound human?
It does. It sounds human, and if you had to gender it, you would say it sounds feminine.
Hello?
No. No, there's no one there. There's no one there. I won't fall. I won't fall for your tricks again, whatever you are. You will recognize the voice of Wilhelmina Barrow, the technocrat, the one who built the engine of this train.
Motherfucker.
There's no one there. I'm not gonna fall for that again.
Well, that would be dumb.
What? Who are you calling
See,
stupid?
The lever's broken.
You're not getting in to my carriage. The Vulcan will remain sealed.
I'm not in the Vulcan.
I'm in the Vulcan.
Are you sure? It looks an awful lot like a pyramid to me. What are you seeing?
Evelyn?
Wilhelmina?
If it really is you, say something that monster wouldn't know.
Well, since I don't know what monster you're talking about, you are obsessed with your train.
Tell me why I have a sudden recollection of seeing you.
I'd rather not.
And why would that be? Because I remember seeing you at a conclave in Berlin 2 years ago. With Professor James Morgan. Presenting some cockamamie solvent. No.
Yes, he didn't exactly understand anything about that, did he? Considering he didn't do any of the work.
You're the one who ran, aren't you? I heard that his wife left him. Was it because he was an idiot or because he couldn't keep it up?
Little column A, little column B. Maybe the idiot who uses my work.
If it really is you, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm in... this is the train. This is I'm in the Vulcan, the steamhead. We have a panic room set up inside of here, and... It's lined with a substance that I have co-authored with some recent research. It's terribly resistant to any type of procedure. I disabled a failsafe. Did you say that you're in a pyramid?
Well, I think whatever's causing us has pulled somehow some sort of dreamscape down a route or so. It's so... I'm trying to science it, but it certainly looks like the interior of a great pyramid. Complete with embalming tables and the whole lot.
Really? You will see her eye on the other side of the spider hole.
Quite so. I'm trying to figure out how to break it. Mountains of dead bodies, blood everywhere.
I'm afraid we have a little bit of that in here as well.
A sky that looks like it was 4,000 years ago.
Ah. Mr. Harlow tried to force himself upon me.
I assume he's dead then.
He most certainly is not alive.
Was it more forcing in the sense of like fangs or... Because before I got pulled into this, there was a couple of the other passengers eating each other. In a not fun way, to my understanding.
To be fair, I hadn't checked. I assumed that it was out of some sort of carnal lust, whether or not it was to eat my flesh or to pursue my maidenhood. Either way, I answered with a derringer to the temple. It was quite effective. And then I beat him with a crowbar.
I could use a crowbar right now.
I would stick it through the hole, but I don't think it would fit.
This is a substantial crowbar, then. I suppose it has a big curve at the end.
How large do you think this hole is?
About the size of an arm.
It's about this... It's about the size of a pipe. You're looking through a connection pipe.
Huh. This is honestly fascinating, but it's also very deadly.
Yes.
I've been rather thoroughly bitten by a crocodile thing.
If you make it inside of here, I do have some first aid supplies, as well as some stimulant packs that I procured just in case of an emergency. They should knit tissue fairly quickly.
All right.
You won't be able to make any type of... The locking mechanism is very, very resistant to procedures. However, you could attempt. What you need to do that? You need to. There is a single weak spot on it that you could exploit in the locking mechanism itself. It would have to be refixed from the inside to make it relock again once you came in. But in the meanwhile, from your side, you could target it directly with some type of expansionist chemical compound, perhaps some type of ameliorating foam. Do you have your equipment on you?
Did I wake up with my bag
Yes, you have everything
in
on you.
here? I do have a variety of chemicals.
Is there anything else in your pyramid? There are many chemicals
Well,
over here.
I'm in an embalming room, so there should be at least pitch, resin,
As well as lye, saltpeter.
cleaners, drying agents.
There are many things over here, Evelyn. Are you quite done talking with the woman with the crazy hair?
My hair is quite fine, thank you very much.
All right. Evelyn will try and get over to look at what there is and see if she can figure out a way to create what Wilhelmina indicated might work.
All right. I want you to do me a favor and make me a initiative roll, please.
Ah, shit.
As you turn and start to look through the... Okay. Okay.
It's
Turning and
9
looking
for
at
me.
the wall. 9. That is perfectly good. Looking at the embalming substances along the wall, you can see that there are a number of chemicals there that can be used for this purpose. Basically, you just need to create some type of matter that will expand and force the lock open from the inside of that tube. It shouldn't be terribly hard, but you will need the right substances to do it. You'll need to create some type of reaction. And as you are looking, you pick up one of the vials, swirl it around, and it is at that point that you hear a grind of stone. Nearby, those cheaper sarcophagi, of which there are 3, grind open, and you hear the horrible, horrible sound of old, withered corpses, dried in salt, or perhaps not so old, as mummified bodies crawl out of those sarcophagi and begin to crawl to their hands and knees and then feet and advance on you. Work quickly, Henry says, and is going to sweep up the torch.
All right.
All right, so Evelyn, what would you like to do? You're badly injured, so you can join the fight if you want and try to rot these corpses. Nope. Okay, sounds good. So
I am going to do whatever I have to do to figure out what combination of things and how to get it to the right spot.
All right.
Utilizing my concentration merit.
Perfect. Ooh, yes. So you
So no, like eliminates modifiers.
Yeah, so that won't
Anything that
raise
could be
your
caused by
difficulty.
distracting circumstances, gunfire, thunderstorms, rampaging critters from beyond the stars, and so forth.
Okay, you will still take your wound penalties, but you won't gain any additional distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what you are going to do, so the wound penalties are dice penalties, just a reminder.
Yeah.
So what I need you to do is make me a wits and chemistry roll.
Okay.
You can spend a willpower to suppress your dice penalties.
Okay, so sorry, wits and chemistry you said?
Wits and chemistry.
Okay.
Because you gotta work quick.
Yes, I will spend that to suppress. I just got one back, so I'll spend that one again.
Okay. So, and for merits, you have lightning calculator and concentration. So I'm going to give this to you at difficulty of 7, down from 8.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
I did nerd out and put in something that I know that Evelyn can make.
Hydrogen peroxide
there.
and potassium iodide makes elephant's toothpaste.
Yep.
So yeah. Definitely trying to do something like that. I would love if there's something kind of gross I could do with this. With like, just being like, you know what, there's a relatively recent body over there that has not risen yet. I'm going to use parts or something just to
Sure.
hit my mad scientist.
That sounds absolutely the case.
Oh, you know what? I needed something to put it.
Yeast works as instead of potassium iodide, so yeast is found on all living organisms, so you could definitely get.
And you know
some
what?
sort
I
of
probably need some additional container to maybe tie
And
off. to be able to
there are
push this
used
in, like
canopic
a
jars here as
stomach.
well.
that. Yeah.
Just tie off the top and the bottom, and you've got a bag.
Okay,
Yeah.
or you could reach into one. We'll say that there is a container. I'm gonna spend one of those something good happens and say that inside one of these containers, you can push it aside with because it's mostly open still, and there is a fresh body wrapped in linen, ready to be. Well, actually, they would wrap it in linen afterward. So there is a body packed in salt, ready to be. I know they probably pack it in salt afterwards, but hey, you know what? I doubt the person that's making this illusion pays that much attention. There is a person there waiting to be dissected and prepared.
Excellent. I am going to take whatever I need.
Actually, you know what? He probably would be, and his organs would already be placed around him.
All right, I'm going to sort through the organs until I find the one I want.
Okay.
Just make sure it's squeezed out, and then start packing it with what I need.
You're going to make a piping bag, aren't you?
Basically. Tie on one end, and
Or a
then you got another
bagpipe.
tube, and
All right, so go ahead and make me that roll, please. Difficulty 7.
Right. 27. That is one. That is one. And chemistry does not count as a specialty. It's just the area.
So how many points of it do you have?
4.
So technically you would have a different specialty under chemistry, so it would be like improvisational.
Okay. I've done a lot of that.
So I think that
Okay.
probably would be good. It just means that like your lab work is
Improv.
lacking, but you can quickly mix things.
Like, my lab works fine, but where I really shine is
I was literally
flinging
that's
shit
you
together.
verbatim to my brain right there, by the way.
All right. Well, that means I get another die roll, so that is 5 successes.
5 successes. All right. You are almost there. As you are mixing things, you find that the inside of this, there's a slight fuzz to the inside of this stomach, and you can see that there is a soft bit of mold or something that smells like one of these jars. One of these jars is packed. It's packed with beer. It's one of the possessions that they sent this worker to the next life with. A jar of Egyptian beer, which is incredibly yeasty and thick. A perfect
And I'm
paste
not going to want to
substance.
introduce it before I'm ready for it to mix. So I'm going to use a piece of intestine to put over the jar mouth, and then it's going to IV it into the stomach and
And when you're done, you can totally use it as a beer bong. All right. That is
Oh,
absolutely...
this is terrible, but amazing at the same
It's
time.
terrible. All right, so...
Probably need to take a little bit of tendon or something to tie that around the lid
100%,
of the
100%,
jar
all right.
really securely.
Behind you, you are going to hear a scream as Henry introduces one of these mummies to the edge of a torch. It goes up like a bit of balsa wood or like a candle tip. collapsing to the ground. 2 others stumble forward. One of them lets out a scratch that is going to gouge deeply into the side of Henry's face and down into his shoulder. He's going to let out a cry and is going to say, "How are we doing, Evelyn?"
Getting there, just another piece of guts and I think I'm good.
"I'm sorry, I don't have any to lend." The second mummy is
It's
going
okay,
to make
there's a
an
whole
attack.
body here.
And Marrow Taster is going to pop out of... the second mummy is going to surge forward and almost connect with Henry, but is going to stumble as you hear the sound that is not dissimilar to, like, the string on a cello snapping, as his hamstring rips all of the way up into his buttocks. The mummy, as he stumbles forward, that leg useless, and a small rat creature is going to dance away from that heel, going and slurping a bit of tendon like a length of spaghetti.
Gross.
Salty.
All right, top of the initiative, it is your turn with that wits roll.
All right. So same roll again. I think I'm gonna save my last bit of willpower, so that means it's -2 dice,
-2 dice.
just in case. And yeah, okay. Same difficulty.
Same difficulty.
Okay, 2 successes.
2 successes. You needed 6 successes total. You got 7. Piping the mixture into the hole, there is going to be nothing. And then a moment later, something, as the chemical reaction takes a moment to decompress and then literally compress the pivot lock. There is a loud noise as a side of the wall gives way, forming a perfect seam that you can bury your fingertips in. There is just enough room for you to pry open and dance into the hole, do you?
Pry open, hold on to it a bit, and yell for Henry.
Henry is going to turn, look at that, and is going to leap over the mummy on the floor as the other one that scratched his face pushes toward him. He is going to double hand, like he's doing axe throwing, this torch, and is going to hurl it directly into the mummy's mouth.
Nice.
And is going to
I'm trying to think
leap-
what movie scene that is. I know I've
Probably
seen
the-
that scene.
Probably the mummy, or something like that. I think it was with a sword, though, and is going to push into the room past you, bleeding profusely. Do you pull the door shut?
Try and hoik Marrow Taster in by his tail, too. And pull
So
it closed.
as you start to shut the door is starting to shut from the natural gears. Marrow Taster is going to run and slip, and you're going to have just enough time to Indiana Jones hat him before the door shuts.
Excellent.
And the door is going to clang shut as you find yourself outside of the temple and staring instead at a massive, steaming train engine. Plush carpeting is under your feet, and you find yourself in a room that is lined with all manner of strange glittering metal that resembles gold. A light flicks on, and you are going to see Wilhelmina Barrow standing next to the door, holding a bloody crowbar with a bit of scalp attached to the crow hook.
Is it really you?
I will brain you otherwise.
Didn't you say effects don't go in here?
Yes. Yes. You, big guy. Make sure the door's pushed shut. Henry will nod and lean his back against the door. Well, no time like the present. She reaches down, opens a doctor's bag, and pulls out a double-fingered syringe full of swirling liquid. Where do you want it? You said it bit your hip? I can do it in the
Yeah.
buttocks or the bone directly.
The butt's probably better than the bone.
Perhaps less effective, but fine. Present yourself for me.
Just really quick, does this look like what she thinks it should look like and isn't like...
Make me a wits plus
medicine?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
At an 8 though.
Okay, I am going to suppress penalties this time. That's 3 successes.
This does look like a technocratic solution that you've seen before.
Okay. The one I'm expecting to see.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Good. I noticed you didn't say that.
That's true. Although it looks like you know this formula with 3 successes, you are going to be high as balls in a good way. It has a rejuvenator inside of it
Nice.
that will help bring your energy back.
Just gonna pull Henry down for a minute. This is gonna make me very high. Don't let me talk. And she will move the ruined side of her skirt away, because I'm assuming it's actually ruined.
Oh, the skirt is destroyed.
Yeah, and let her stick it in the butt.
All right, she sticks it in your butt, and let's go ahead and roll for this. Boop, boop, boop. You are going to heal 6 levels of lethal damage.
Cool. That's fully healed then.
Cool.
Had
You
4.
are still going to be feverish and dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
For the paradox effect is still going to linger, but your wounds are going to heal. The bone is going to reset. You are going to have a large scar on your hip now.
Yay!
Because it is going to heal
Darcie can deal with that
naturally.
later for me.
Yeah, if you want to, or you just keep it. And
Scar tissue can get sore, I think, sometimes.
That's
and
true.
can cause like tightness.
You will gain a point of willpower,
Cool.
and will be equivalently under the effects of the coca leaf.
Nice.
All right, now the big one. She's going to take the needle, pop out the internal cartridge, pop another one in, and jab it into his thigh. Because, of course, sterilization isn't something that we really do in this era. And it's a big
That's
gauge
true.
needle, too. He's going to let out a grunt. And as he does, I'm going to spend the drama bomb. Because as she plunges it in, that is when you're going to notice it is a different color.
Shit.
Henry's wounds are going to seal, and he is going to say, I feel much better. And he's going to collapse onto the ground, unconscious. It's probably better if the two of us have this conversation alone. Wouldn't you say, Dr. Morgan?
Fuck you.
Oh, sorry, are you going to make something different now? You can start by telling me where the device is. And I think that's where we're going to end your scene. And we transition back. Darcie. you are going to find yourself warm and comfortable. There is a sleeping cat on your lap, keeping you warm. The pain has somewhat subsided. How many levels of bashing damage do you have?
I have 4 levels of bashing damage.
Okay. Subtract the last one. That one will have healed.
Nice.
You are half reclined, laying back against a firm yet yielding surface. It is not stone, but the muscled chest of a man. A strong arm has wrapped around you and is holding you upright, preventing you from sliding. A jacket is placed over you, and you can see that rudimentary bandages have been wrapped around the side of your shoulder. The scent of the flesh is pleasant. The man smells a mixture of the comforting aroma of someone you fancy, tinged with the stale sweat of sickness. As you flutter your eyes open, you are going to hear the sound of paper crinkling. Are you awake? Good. You've been out for a couple of hours. Darcie, you hear Bran whisper to you.
Bran, sorry.
He's not doing well.
Darcie's gonna suddenly remember that scarab, like, injecting him with something, and she's going to, like, despite all of her wounds and stuff, she's going to kind of scramble out from his chest and, like, turn and look at him.
You can see that he is waxy, exhausted. Deep rings under his eyes. The bite itself is healed over. There's a bit of a scar line along his neck and a deep scab where the bite went in. But the musculature underneath is slightly swollen and bulging, like a sack of venom waiting in a blister underneath the surface.
Sam, no.
Yeah, well, you know how it is. I've had worse hangovers.
That's no hangover.
I am. I finally had some time to read your letter.
Oh.
I wouldn't have thought that someone with a mouth like yours could write something that pretty.
Didn't think someone with a mouth like yours could inspire me to write something that pretty.
I thought you were going to say you didn't expect someone with a brain like mine to be able to read it.
We can have this wonderful debate after I get you feeling better.
Darcie. A word.
Okay.
Bran is
right
going
back.
to... Yeah, go talk to your cat. I'm gonna... He's gonna just kind of sag against the wall and stare at the ceiling in the way that illness sometimes does to a man. Bran is going to wander off with you, and you don't have much energy left. He's in a bad way, and so are you. You should worry about yourself first. Physician, heal thyself. I know you're almost out of energy. I can smell the reserves of quintessence on you. They're dried up. Whatever that thing is inside of him right now, it's got to be magical. It's eating away at him.
So, but you're right. I should.
Aye. And if you try to reap your body at this point, you're not going to be able to do it. Look at you, you can barely crawl right now.
So I heal myself and then I try and heal him, right?
Just be careful. You're more important than some guy. Even if he's got a nice chin.
You know he's not some guy. You
I know
unfortunately...
it's not that nice of a chin. I feel what you feel. So I know. Just be careful. You'd be a bugger to replace. I'm going to scout the perimeter to see if there are any more of those scarabs. There ain't been in the last couple of hours. Or do you want me to stay
You be
with
careful too.
I am the knight. Meow.
Unfortunately, I can't make you invisible again. So you actually have to be the knight
Darcie.
now.
I'm a black cat.
I know you're practically. It's not like I'm doing
a
much.
dark
If
temple.
I was, I know you're fine.
I'll
Just
probably be fine.
I can't lose you too. I've lost Mai, and I'm very close to losing Sam. And if I lose you, I think I might lose myself completely. So
Go on.
I will. And she will return back to Sam. And
Hey, hey, where'd you go?
I was just talking to Bran. He's going to go scout the perimeter.
yes. Can you come here?
Yeah.
It's kind of cold right now.
I'm here.
Did you, did you mean it? The stuff in the letter.
Yeah? Why do you think I wrote it down?
You drive me crazy, Darcie. from the moment I met you, you have done nothing but run around my brain.
Really?
In more ways than one. You make me absolutely crazy.
I've never been so infuriatingly interested and thought you just bothered me, but
Well, you bother me too.
I've never felt that way. And I don't think I knew what to call the feeling that I was building.
Well, if I have to go, this isn't the worst place.
In a garden in a hellscape dream that's probably not even real.
Show me something real.
I would love to. And she's going to kiss Sam.
And he will kiss back, as exhausted as he is. And the way I see it, it is a dam of bursting tension. Exhausted, bloodied, shaking hands, pain and pleasure mixing. Soon there is nothing on but bandages. And as Bran tactfully wanders the perimeter, there is a gasp and a fade to black. And I think that's where we're going to call game for the night. With one exception, and that would be... You know what? We'll do that at the end of your seeking. Which will go a little more in depth into what is going on in that fade to black. But we will have to figure what that is next episode. Congratulations, Darcie. You got your card punched.
I did. I know. Darcie's no longer. She's given away her maidenhood.
Aw, in a temple.
Yeah. I mean, she definitely is thinking that some powerful magic and powerful rituals, especially with her little brand of quiet, is really peeking up on that.
Oh, 100%. We're going to see how good that is at the end of that that seeking.
Yep.
Oh god, you're going into your seeking in quiet?
Yep. I sent a message to Kelly in this chat being like, can I have a seeking in quiet? Because cool.
Absolutely.
Cool. So yeah, I'm going to my seeking in quiet.
In fact, it might be even bigger. But it's going to be, yeah, that's seeking with the big O. Hey, folks.
no.
He's seeking that booty. All right.
Yeah.
Folks, thank you for tuning into this episode of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age. We have another episode of Split Game with Amy and Jen, and theirs is going to be just as wild and weird as this one, maybe with some slightly different endings, but are going to be coming back to game all together in episode 21, so be sure to join us next episode, which is going to be on, I think, March 11th is when the next one is.
March 11th.
March 11th. Which is a great day as we're going into the end game here. I guarantee you're not going to see what's coming next episode, and I strongly encourage all of you to tune in for that one. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to be continuing onward into the next episode, which of course I would like to remind you involves Josephine and Cuthbert Beckett, and involves Chastity,
God, I forgot about
right?
that.
Vampire Adventures, and then Chastity, Layla, and the Trot, William Trot. But you
Oh
got
my God.
Hot to Trot.
The
is with them.
disbelievers and the
Yeah.
mind mage.
Yeah, which is probably the best way to do it. But you guys are all amazing and wonderful. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Players, did you have fun with just the two-person?
Yes.
We got
much
so
fun.
much done.
It was
We
great.
did.
Small games can be so much fun, guys. I would love to run some one-on-one games on the channel, actually. I think that those could be fun, or one-on-two games. I should really consider running Follow Me Down. I think that would be a lot of fun. But this is my last call to action for you to sign up for notifications for the Dork Tales Dice Backer Kit, because honestly, those notifications are really important to us, and they help us get the word out, and I'll write a Mage the Ascension short run for that. So please, 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 cost you nothing. Go click it, sign up for it. You'll get an email from me saying how much I love you later on. But you're not the only ones I love, unless you are on Patreon as well, because I gotta say, I love our patrons at patreon.com/dorktales, like our guided DM, big fan of noise, our divine producers, my parents, and Shikon Day Vermillion, our wizards of the Patreon, the Ink Goblin, Crusher, Urquhart, and Big Nut, our monster makers, Larook and Soul Omen, and our High Council, Terran, Amberthus, Raven with Baubles, Sorcerer Sanguine, Chef Aladeth, Nerdy Metal Gent, Cookie Mon Steve, Iron Warrior X, Lord of Zoinks, and Andre Gresham. Tonight, you folks got 1 XP from the chat and 1 XP... Oh, 2 XP from the chat.
Stu just did one.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just did one. Okay, then that is going to be a total of 3 experience points for this session.
Yeah.
And if there is any difference between this session and next session that the girls are in, the other girls are in, you will also get that bonus.
Okay.
So you will be
Nice.
getting any chat XP that is bought for them as well.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so you'll probably get closer to 5 total, but put 3 for now. Yeah. But that is going to be it for us tonight. We will be back on Friday night with an episode of Storm King's Panic over on our Patreon with a very amazing surprise for you. And be sure to come back on Saturday night for Cold Iron. I love you so much, and I love my players so much. We're going to see you next time. Bye, everybody.